I just got called nonsensical. I don't feel like I deserve that. Yeah, so they all talking to me about how the world is terrible and is, all of this stuff. And I say, well, being miserable is a choice, which I feel like it is. Okay, yes, the world is hard, run by reptilians. Politicians are terrible. People go hungry and there's wars. Like, it's awful. But, like, there's so much more to life. And there are people who only focus on the negative stuff, and there are people who don't. And I don't feel like it's fair to be called, what did he call me? I think I'm higher than thou, because I simply said that doesn't have to be everybody's reality. And they're like, it is, it's everybody's reality. No, that's your reality. I don't have to tap into the bad stuff. Just because it's happening don't mean I need to focus on it. There's other stuff I can focus on, like my internal world. Your ass is always focused on the external world and what's going on. I'm concerned about my internal world and finding real peace, because true peace is built on the inside, not the outside. And they just got so upset that they just closed the door in my face. They didn't want to hear no more of what I had to say. How you calling me names, telling me that I'm not in touch with reality simply because I choose to be happy? I have my low days. I've said many times it's like we live in hell. Okay, yes, they put babies in cheeseburgers and feed to y'all in fast food. Okay, yes, I get that. But that's not all to life. There's always going to be darkness. There's always going to be light. The two balance each other out, or neither one of them would exist. Now, whether you choose to focus on the bad stuff or the good stuff is on you, and it affects your mental health. Don't be trying to bring me down. Why that just irks me. I don't have to agree with you to understand what you're saying. First, I'm being accused of not listening. I am listening because I'm disagreeing with you. So if I wasn't listening to what you were saying, I wouldn't have the information to know that I don't agree with what you're saying. I agree that that's your truth. I agree that you choose to be a pessimist and look at the world in however you look at it, that's got you feeling however you feel, enough to be sitting up here yelling at me, telling me that I don't see reality and I'm out of touch with reality. No, I'm out of touch with negative reality. That's what I'm out of touch with, because I choose not to connect with it. That's your choice. Like, some people choose to go around being afraid of everything. Okay, cool. You can be afraid of heights, afraid of spiders, afraid of ladders, whatever. That's fine. Afraid of soap. That's on you. That has nothing to do with me. And this is why I stay by myself, because that shit I don't want to deal with. I don't need to deal with people trying to convince me that I need to be miserable. Like, no, I don't. I don't need to focus on their war, their president, nah, nothing. None of it. I don't have to focus on it. Like, it's there. I get it. But, like, why would you focus on that? It makes no sense. I'm not built to focus on negativity. I'm built to try to like stuff. I like to like stuff. I like to find connections. I like to find similarities. I'm not hardwired to be a pessimist. Do I get down? Yes. Do I get frustrated? Yes, because I am a freaking human being living in this cesspool of idiots. Yes, I do believe life and death, happiness and misery are choices. Yes, obviously our body's going to drop at a certain time, but there are ways that we live and ways that we move and things that we believe in that can send us to an early grave or give us a couple extra years. I'm not going to sit up here and focus on things that are not working. I'm solution based. I'm faith based. And I find a very big connection to people who don't have a deep connection with spirit and pessimism. I find that most pessimists don't have a deep connection to spirit. That's a you problem. I don't know why you're trying to pass on your misery to me. If I am happy all the time, even on my low days, if I have joy in my heart, even on my low days, if I can still see the lesson in anything that happens to me, why are you trying to convince me to be otherwise? I'm not the one walking around brooding, upset. I have my low days, but goddamn, I'm not the one sitting up here like, oh, everything's terrible, the world's gonna end. Like, girl, so what? Who cares? I'm still gonna party and laugh and geek and have a good old time. I'm here. I'm here for a reason. This world is full of wonder and magic. And I understand that I'm a small cog in a much bigger machine. We all here to elevate and find out our true powers, and I think that's pretty freaking cool. The world isn't the exact way that I want it, but I'm just a little piece of the puzzle. But honestly, this is why I isolate. I get so drained by arguments. I don't need all that hyper ass energy with you trying to convince me of something. I don't try to convince anybody of anything. Only thing I try to convince my kids of is that they need to have a good connection with spirit and that they need to be clean all the time and good people. Other than that, as far as how you see the world, that's how you see the world. We're all unique. And I feel like Intelligence and no, knowledge will come with experience. Experience will come as you get older. It will come with your maturity. Like, you'll start to see the world differently, or you won't. But either way, you're not finna change how I see the world. I cannot stand when people project onto me that I think that I am better than them. I have never said that. I don't treat people like that. I don't carry myself that way. Like, when it gets to a point where just because I don't agree with you in a conversation, you're now attacking me. Like, why are you telling me that I'm out of touch with reality because I don't see the world the way that you do? You don't see the way that I do, and I'm not attacking you about it. I simply said how I saw the world, and I left it at that. I didn't try to influence you to see the world the way that I do. I didn't attack you when you said that you did not see the world the way that I saw the world. So why are you attacking me because I have a difference of opinion? I am not you. I see the world differently. I don't think I'm better than you. What I think I'm better at is coping with life. I think I'm better at coping because I put in the work. When I start to feeling sad or overwhelmed or trapped in the matrix, I don't just be like, oh, well, I'm under pressure. There's nothing I can do. I don't let life just bend me over the table and ram me up the rear. I take hold of myself. I take hold of this universe and I shake it and I say, I'm not going to take this. That's how I deal with the universe. You know what I'm saying? This is not, you're not going to take nothing from me. We're not going in that direction. We're going to do this. I want to go this way. I want life to be like this. I understand that I'm in control of my world. Nothing is outside of my control when I'm dealing with my inner world. I have to change my inner world first. Then everything else will materialize into the way that I want to be it. And if you spent more time studying quantum mechanics and learning yourself on a deeper level and having a deeper connection with spirit, you would understand that instead of sitting up here trying to get everybody to be miserable. I didn't come here to be miserable. Yes, life is hard. We get that. I know that. And yes, I understand it's harder for some people than others. But once you start to get older and you have access to information and support, you need to start holding yourself accountable for your own happiness. It's no one's fault. We are all here. Whether you're rich or poor, we still on planet Earth. You still have to deal with things that we all deal with. Getting sick, being scared, mental health issues, spiritual issues, physical issues. We all have the same issues, just to a different degree. And how you deal with it is how you deal with it, yo. You can either be solution-based and faith-based, or you can be fear-based. But again, that is a choice. We are adults. We are not children. And even the children who are growing into young adulthood, you have to hold accountability. If you're old enough to have sex, smoke, or drive a car, then you are old enough to take accountability for the way that you see the world. You don't have to tap into fear. You don't have to tap into anger. That's like people who say, I'm horny. I have to jerk off. I can't control my sexual impulses. Like, no. Okay? You have, never mind. I'm not even going to get into biology, but no, that's not even true. It's just not true. People just don't want to have discipline. People don't want to take accountability. And it's a lot easier to just say, oh, well, the world is screwed. I have no control. I can't do nothing about it. Everything's so terrible. No, it's actually not. It's actually pretty freaking beautiful. You have a choice of how you see the world. When you start to look for good and beautiful things, they start to appear even more. When all you see is darkness and death, that's what the universe is going to provide for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to a movie and choosing what genre you want. If you choose horror, you're going to see horrific things. If you choose a comedy, everything finna be funny. Some of us don't even see the same colors. You could show me pink and I might see red. Somebody else might see orange. Somebody else might see blue. That's the same as seeing life. You don't have to see things the way that other people do. And don't let nobody try to play on your top and project their insecurities onto you, saying that you're this and you're that. No, you're not. No, you're not. They just mad. Let them stay mad. It don't matter. You can see the world the way that you see the world. It's just like defining God for yourself or defining yourself for yourself. People love to tell you about you. You're so this and you're so that. They don't know what the hell you are. They don't even know what they are, okay? Let other people worry about what they got going on and stop internalizing what people say to you about you. How you see the world, how you see yourself is how you see it. It don't make it wrong. It just makes it different. And a lot of times when something is different, people try to attack it. There are whole cultures that are built around being the same. You're basically not allowed to have a unique identity. And that's very confining and that's very sad. But that's not how I raised my children and that's not how I live my life. I allow them to see things the way that they see them and I just embody my beliefs and showcase that. Thank you for spending time with me here in Fury World. If you're interested in checking out my music, it's available under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss, on all music streaming platforms worldwide. No, it's not easy to be here. Yes, there are terrible things that have happened. But on the other hand, there's always a balance, and you got to remember that. If there's a left, there's a right. Dark side of the moon, light side of the moon, one day you'll see a full moon. You got to look at the whole big picture. It's not all bad. It's never all bad. And there's always a way out. And if you have a deeper connection to yourself, spirit, and nature, you won't feel like everything is happening to you. You'll feel a part of the bigger picture. You'll feel a part of the bigger, higher energy. You gotta tap into that frequency. Or no wonder you feel alone and scared and anxious and want to pass that off to other people like some sort of disease. No, you're not about to infect me with pessimism. Don't nobody want that. Okay? And I'm not even talking about falling victim to toxic positivity. Up and low, okay? Up and down, ebb and flow. That's how it goes with emotions, with seasons, with life. You're not always going to feel happy, but at the end of the day, you should always have faith in yourself and in spirit, and you should always move forward. I love you. I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.